Yeah.
Like I don't think I realized what the big picture really was at the time, because we didn't know what the
Hmm.
fuck was going on. I just came back from the Philippines. I don't know if you remember
Yeah, yeah,
that.
I
Me and my
remember that. I remember
girl,
that.
I went to the Philippines, and I came back, and then I went to a wedding in Maui. And as soon as we got back, literally that same week, everything shut down. So I was like on vacation for the last 2 weeks, and then I'm coming back to that. I was kind of like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
So at first I was like, you know what, it's all good. I'm gonna work out at home. I'm gonna do my thing, And then it went longer and longer, and I was like, fuck, man. And then I'm not making any money fighting, this year. So it's a big change for me, like going from like, like fighting 2 or 3 times a year and always being in camp. Then all of a
Hey, I
sudden
got
it's
an
like,
aid station
well,
here.
what are you gonna do now? You know?
Hmm.
So I started like, started like the online training client a little bit, you know, kind of focus a little bit on that for a couple months, and then I was like, man, at the same time, I can't afford to really slow down on the training, like the fight training. It's cool to do some video for like social media and some content and shit and all that shit, but that's not real training. It's not fight
Yeah,
training,
yeah, yeah.
there's only so much fucking, burpees and running and some bullshit you can really do at home that is gonna prep you for a fight. So, with that being said, after that, a couple months ago, I started really training, back in the gym, on the bag, doing pads with Carl, but there and there, I got injured a couple times. I had neck issues. So, it's learning experience, man. Also, it's just life and being able to adapt, I guess, trying to find something positive to focus on.
Body armor here.
Yeah. How's your foot, bro?
The foot is fine, man. The foot is pretty much healed up. Um, Even though my big toe, man, that shit is always gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But
Is it still giving you
l-
problems or?
yeah,
Body
well,
armor
this
here.
the joint of the big toe is just like there's so much arthritis and
Hmm.
scar tissue around it that it
Any of
doesn't
y'all
even
need
bend.
this?
It's like
Any
a
of y'all
rock,
need
man.
this?
Literally doesn't even move. So I
Yeah.
can't do shit like lunges and shit like that. I can't even do that with my right
SMG.
foot.
Crazy,
So
man.
Got gas moving in.
yeah, it is crazy. So I don't know, man. And I've seen doctors for that, and there's not much they can really do.
Yeah.
At least
This
not
is here.
until maybe later.
Yeah. When you're
Like
done, done.
yeah, when I'm done, like one of the doctors said we can kind of change your joint to like a plastic attachment or some shit like that. I was like, whoa, okay. So
Yeah.
there's definitely gonna be a lot of work to do when the career is done, and trying to keep that body together, man. But I'm trying, I'm trying to do all the right things, eat clean. Are you still vegan?
Supply box marked.
I try to do more plant based during the week, and then maybe like during the weekend
Yeah,
if I feel like eating meat, I will. But for the most part,
but
I've
you
been
can't,
just trying to do plant based during the whole week.
right? You still are feeling the
Contract
benefits from
updated.
that.
New objective
Yeah, I still
identified.
feel like I definitely feel lean and my digestive system's better, and I don't feel as groggy during the day.
Right.
The weekend I don't really care,
Well,
because I ain't doing shit anyway,
I,
so I'll eat it if I want
I
to.
I feel like though when you're Hawaiian, it's so hard to do, man, because there's always fucking barbecues and
Yeah,
seafood and
yeah,
shit.
and
It's not
everything always
Enemy
easy.
has
UAV
rice too,
overhead.
bro.
Contract
Right,
updated.
of
New
course.
objective identified.
Yeah, Hawaiian diet is like, it's hard to be in
Got
shape
some
on that diet
tacticals.
for sure.
Okay,
Or you
move
gotta
it.
work out like a lot, a lot.
Yeah. How long were you in Hawaii?
Just for a
Send that
year,
here. We
man.
need to buy.
Um, yeah, just for a year, school
Enemies here.
year. I wish I stayed
Hard
longer,
out
but
there.
I
Return.
was 16. It's not bad. Yeah, I wish I stayed longer, man, because I really love the Hawaii. But at the same time, at that moment, I wasn't sure if Hawaii was going to be my home, and then my brother moved to California, so I was like, I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah. Where were you living
But
when you were in Hawaii?
I stayed in Waikiki, the dorms.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You went to
I went.
school.
I went to HBU, man. I got a scholarship when I went to Boston. I went to school and I applied for a scholarship and I got it because my grades were good.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a 6 month ride at HBU. So I stayed in the dorms, and it was a lot of fun. Wild though. It was almost too much, man. My freshman year of college in the dorms in Hawaii is just you party on the beach all the time, and there's and then Hawaii was like this like international students, all from all over, you know. So
Yeah.
it was a lot. It was cool for that. Everybody kind of like had the same idea of
Hold it for
like
deployment.
North
Now's a good time to warm
countries or
up.
the mainland and go to there.
Mhm.
Go to Hawaii was a lot of fun.
Oh damn, my stream is lagging now. Hey Luis, is my stream lagging like pretty hard or what? Damn, we having like all the technical difficulties today.
Damn.
Or anybody in chat, is the stream lagging like skipping around hard? Oh, they say it's fine, so I guess. Where were you training when you were in Hawaii?
I trained with his name was Ray Washington, I think. Yes, he was a black dude, man, and man, what was the name of the gym? It was a small little joint, man. In Waikiki. He was a black dude from Chicago that I fought pro Muay Thai, and he was one of my first really Muay Thai teacher. I trained in
Alright, that's
Boston
enough
at
mucking about. Now we do this for real.
where Mark De La Grotte.
Okay, at Studio Tom.
Yes, Studio Tom, yeah. And I trained there for like a couple weeks, but it was like, man, I used to live kind of far away from the city with my mom, and I had to take a bus and a train. Fuck, in the winter in Boston on the snow, and it was
Yeah.
like an hour and a half just to get there. It was hard, so I didn't really have access to Muay Thai like that
Be
easy,
advised, gas is
Mhm.
closing
until I
in. Proceed to
until
the
I
safe
really
zone.
moved to San Diego, and then, man, everybody was doing MMA at the time. So it was it's just like I didn't want to do MMA. I just wanted to do Muay Thai, but everybody was doing MMA. So it's coming up in San Diego in California. It wasn't like the easiest, I think, for strikers,
Yeah, totally. And when did you arrive in San Diego?
Like late 2007, so early 2008, I joined the gym. It was called Unleashed, and it was on Alcohol Boulevard at the
What gym were you at?
You will live. Come with me.
time. It was Unleashed.
Unleashed.
Yeah, Unleashed. And then there was a crew. His name was Crew Anan. He was a Thai guy.
Mhm.
He was like a Lumpini champion too. I think 6-time world champion or something like
Oh
that.
shit, he was out here in San Diego?
Yeah, he was out there in San Diego for a couple years, man. Nobody knew about him.
That's
And
crazy,
he was
bro.
Bro, he was a Thai chef, and he's the one that really taught me Muay Thai, man. Like, he didn't speak English
Supply
much,
box marked.
but
Secure the package.
all we did was clinch elbows, clinch, and, knees and kicks. That's about it. Like, Thai style, like, completely. And that's really how I started my amateur career, man. Throughout San Diego and trying to find fights.
Hostile dropping into the
But,
area. Watch the
I was
skies.
kind of like an outcast at first because I was just a French guy, you know what I'm saying? And obviously I didn't have a lot of friends and shit, man. So my therapy was training. I had a job. I was still going to school, man. So I had a choice. I was like, either I'm going to be a pro or I'm going to go to school full time. But I can't have a job, you know what I'm saying, go to school and try to be a pro fighter. So
Yeah.
after like 2 or 3 years, fuck, I'm done.
He's down there. All right, we're coming.
Yeah, he's in the stairs.
Thermite out.
Come on, pussy, run up here.
He's got a shotgun. I only had a gun.
I'm coming, Randy.
Your teammate was sent to the
Get
gulag.
this
They'll
fucker.
fight for a chance to redeploy.
Here I go.
Fuck out of here, bro.
You got him?
Yep.
Nice.
Enemies here.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's probably how you got so good at the clinch, huh? Just clinching a lot.
Yeah. That's why I really like. At first, my hands were definitely not on the same level at all,
Mhm.
and so yeah, I think in 2008 I had my first fight here in San Diego, amateur, and I think I won my first like 4 or 5 fights in San Diego with KO in the first round.
Yeah.
RTB at this time.
And winning by the clinch, really, like all my amateur fights were like knockouts by knees, either to the body. Well, yeah, it was only the body because it was amateur. And then so I didn't really have a long amateur career, man. To be honest, because I had like in between I had a shoulder injury. I didn't have health insurance at the time, so man, I didn't get a surgery for like 3 years. So my shoulder was super bad for 3 years. So it really slowed me down. And finally, I got a health insurance, and it covered part of the surgery. And then that's when in 2010 I was like I got the surgery, and then I met Coach Mel. And they basically hired me for like the Art of It that was gonna open. Art of It wasn't open yet, but Mel was, Coach Mel. I just met him. I didn't know him at the time. I just had met him. And they were looking for like, instructors for the gym and stuff. And I think they heard about me, fighting amateur, so they hired me on the spot, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is really how it started with Art of 8, and then when I trained with Coach Mel at first, but I was still in a sling from the surgery of my shoulder. And as soon as I got better, we started just training together. And then I basically turned pro with him right away. After my surgery, I was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
In 2011, I really had my first Muay Thai pro fight, and that was the beginning. When did you move in San Diego?
I didn't get out here till 2012.
2012, right?
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, so definitely not. He's in here.
That what?
No, definitely not until you were already out here before I came.
Yeah. It was different, man. I mean, I was different, I guess. I was just a kid.
Yeah.
That's really what it was, man. I was a kid. I really know. I mean, I came to, I was always alone, no family. My family's always been home, so it's just, it wasn't easy at first, So I just.
Randy, we'll push him.
All that energy towards training and shit. I'm coming towards you guys.
Yeah, we'll work towards you. No, we'll work towards you because we have the. Oh no, actually, yeah, come to us. We'll buy a loadout. Yeah, so family away for a while. What is the longest you went without seeing your parents? Because you were traveling a lot, huh? From Hawaii to Boston to.
Yeah. Well, when I turned 14, man, my mom and dad got divorced, and my mom is American, so she moved back to the U.S. And I stayed. She asked me to come with her by the time. At 14 years old, man, in France, you can go out to clubs and drinks at bars and stuff. So I was like, I started getting into girls and stuff like that. I was like, no, I'm not moving anywhere,
Yeah.
And so I stayed, and after high school at 18, 19, I moved.
Got some cash
Moved
over
to
here.
the U.S. And then it's since 14, man, like I've been honestly like kind of used to seeing my mom once a year, for like the holidays. Cause she was a nurse, she worked a lot, didn't have a lot of money. Traveling was expensive, so yeah. So the most usually it's like I try to see my family once a year, but the most I've seen without seeing my family was like 3 years at some point, man.
Damn, bro, 3 years? That's fucking insane, bro.
I know it is, right?
So you were not only like did you speak English already by the time you came out there?
Well, my mom is American, so I grew up like listening to English. And
Okay.
then, once in a while during the summers, my mom would take me and my siblings to Boston, visit her family.
Yeah.
And so I have a bunch of like cousins here in the U.S., man, on the East Coast and stuff. So I didn't really speak it that well. I had a really heavy French accent too. So I would speak, and then people were like a really hard time,
Got a vendor here if y'all need
understanding what I was saying. Even in San Diego, man, my first couple of years, I really had to force myself to like get the American accent a little bit down, And so.
Yeah, like if I just met you.